the times we've had. Oh, many nights that I didn't come home and it made you sad. I just want you to know that I recognize the love that you've shown. And if I had 1,000 days just to sing about you, I can never get it all out because that's how much I love you. Mother, you've always been right by my side, and I just wanna take a little moment and try, but I know I just can't thank you enough for the joy inside. The love is invaluable, how you have changed my life. It's seldom in life that you find this kind of love, and I just can't thank you enough. Thinking about you were there for me, and when I couldn't think for myself, you would think for me, and you protected me every step of the way. And I just can't let another day go by without singing about your love. I just can't thank you enough for the joy inside. The love is invaluable, how you have changed my life. It's seldom in life that you find this kind of love. I just wanna thank you, and I just can't thank you. Inside, the love is invaluable, how you have changed my life. It's seldom in life that you find this kind of love, and I just can't thank you enough.
I woke up this morning, smile on my face. I realized that I was covered by your grace. That's when I knew that I was truly loved. Yes, I'm loved. Hey. I was talking to my friends just the other day, facing something, but I'ma be okay. 'Cause I realize, yeah, that I am truly loved. Yes, I'm loved. You wrap your arms around me, you let me feel your touch. That's why I'm in love with you. I just wanna say that your love, it makes me wanna dance. Hey. just the time I knew it'd last. 'Cause I realized, yeah, that I am truly loved. Ooh, I'm really loved. You wrap your arms around me, you let me feel your touch. That's why I'm in love with you. I just wanna say that your love, it makes me want to dance. Hey. See your love, it makes me want to dance. Oh, yeah. See your love, it makes me want to dance. Hey. See your love, it makes me want to dance. When I think of your goodness and mercy, I can't help dance. I can't help dance. When I think of your goodness and mercy, I can't help dance. Yeah, I can't help dance. From my hands to my feet, ooh, you all move me. You all moves me. Yeah. I just wanna dance. I just gotta dance.
Our graduates, it's our time now to bow our heads for prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for your love. I thank you so much for bringing these graduates to this milestone 8th grade graduation. Next step is high school. I just ask that you watch over them, protect them, and just guide them each step of their lives. As they make decisions on where to go and what step to take next, I just ask that you lead them and direct them. Father, I thank you for bringing everyone here safely, and I just ask that you help us to all be ready for your soon return and just be with this program tonight as well. Help it to go smoothly. And I just thank you for your faithfulness. In your precious, most holy name, amen.
Good evening. I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight for our graduates. This is a night to honor them and all that they've achieved during their elementary years. Very rare to have 5 graduates at Jacs. I think it's only happened once before. And let me tell you, it's pretty hard to have about half of your class leave you at once. So bear with me. I'm going to try to get through this. Okay. I want to tell you a little bit about each of the graduates and their time at our school. Autumn Milan Lee Nicholas came to our school in 5th grade with her sister Cree, who was in 3rd grade. I've taught Autumn for 4 years now. She's always been a very calm, patient student in my classroom. She's very helpful, often moving around the room to assist others when I'm busy with a group. She excels in all areas of her schoolwork and assessments, and I know she will thrive in the coming years and embrace even more challenging assignments. Autumn is an amazing singer, and we've really enjoyed hearing her sing over the years. This year, Autumn hurt her knee. In September, right at the start of the year. This meant she had to spend the year sitting out during recess and PE. Okay. Man, thought I'd make it farther than this. Okay. I am sure that was harder on her than she let on. She didn't complain. She became Mama Nell's referee assistant during the games. She showed us how to make the most of a difficult situation and keep a cheerful attitude. Autumn, you know how much I depended on you over the years. Okay. I will miss your friendly smile and your hello, Miss Wyatt, as you greet me every morning. Okay. This one might be easier, maybe not. Jeremiah. I needed to laugh, you know I did. Okay, it won't actually. It's just as hard. Okay, Jeremiah Blaze Appleton came to our school in 3rd grade. He had Miss D for his teacher that year. I know he loved that school year. As he has often said, Miss D was the best teacher ever. I have always told him I agree. Jeremiah moved to my classroom the following year for 4th grade. He has been a fun and silly student over the years with his curly hair. I've taught him 4 years now, and if you're doing the math, you can see that something's a little off there. It was always challenging to keep Jeremiah challenged, so it was a wise decision to move him forward a grade. He didn't miss a beat. He continued to get very good grades. He has become quite the strong thrower this year, and we've had to tell him to use his other arm so that no one gets hurt. He has teased me incessantly since hitting the 5-0. But under that joking, I know he has a big and kind heart. And I'll tell you a story how I know it. This year, he saved up all his funny money, Miss Wyatt funny money, if you may or may not know what that is, throughout the whole year, so he didn't cash it in for anything, because he wanted to buy all his classmates a Blizzard from Dairy Queen at the end of the year. And that cost $100 per person, so he saved up $1,200. Jeremiah, things will be a lot different without you in my classroom. And I've enjoyed teaching you and our joking back and forth. You will be missed, I'm sure. Look at my face. Okay, Jonas Joseph Nazar. He started at Jacs his kindergarten year with Miss D and Miss Loudon as his teachers. He attended Jacs for K1 and 3rd and 4th. He left for 2nd, but we're very glad he came back the next year. He became my student in 5th grade. So this is my 4th year teaching Jonas also. What stands out about Jonas over the years is how easygoing he is. He's pretty quiet most of the time, and he's pretty content. He doesn't complain about things. He is friendly to everyone. We learned about his amazing omelet skills at the talent show last year. His sister Hannah was in the same grade as my Hannah, and they were best buddies back then, so I've known Jonas and his family many years before I was his teacher. Last year, Jonas made the most important decision, and he was baptized. Jonas, it's been a blessing to be your teacher these past years. I will greatly miss seeing your smile every day. Okay. Lily Rose Harwood. She's been at Jacs the entire way through, starting at kindergarten. Miss D and Miss Loudon taught Lily for her lower grades. Miss D was her teacher for 5 years, and I have been her teacher for 4 years. Lily has a joyful personality, despite the fact that I'm crying. She gives the best hugs. She always seems to know what day I really need one of those hugs. If you've been involved with our school for years, you probably recall some programs Lily was in as a little tyke. She usually stole the show. That's because she puts her all into everything she does. She has an amazing artistic ability, and I'm sure she'll go far with that talent. Lily's been through some hard times. She often reminds us, though, that we don't need to be sad. We will always see our loved ones again. Over the years, I've watched how Lily can be an encourager to others. She never wants to see anyone get their feelings hurt. If she thinks they have, she will say something to boost them back up. Many days this year, Lily would randomly ask me, "How's your day going, Miss Wyatt?" And I appreciate you checking on me. And I'm thankful for the years I've had with you. I will miss you very much. Okay, parents, make sure they come visit me. Okay, last but not least, Logan Jeremiah Bunch. That is his middle name, even though he's best buddies with Jeremiah. This was my first and only year as Logan's teacher. I really wish we had more time with him at our school. He has been a fun addition to our class. When I first met Logan and observed him at church, I wasn't sure if he would talk much. He seemed to be really shy and quiet. I was definitely wrong about that. He brought a new silliness to our room, telling others, shh, if they said something he didn't want said. which really always cracked me up. Logan gets involved in things. He has been a part of the Pathfinder Club at church. He's helped out in the sound room. He works hard on his assignments. He even learned cursive this year. So he has been taking baptismal classes with Pastor Wyatt, and he's getting baptized this Sabbath. So Logan, thank you for coming to Jacs this year and being so much fun in my class. You will be missed. Graduates, things will never be the same without you. We wish you the best. Let God guide you all the way.
Okay, next is our tribute to parents, friends, and family. The very first thing I want to say is this. Thank you to my parents for feeding me. I truly appreciate your effort. Also, thank you. Thank you for sacrificing the money it takes to pay the tuition. I'm grateful for that because I know I would have had a different education had I gone to a public school. Thank you for supporting me and being with me through all of my endeavors. This school year has probably been the most expensive one because last September I tore my ACL. I had to get surgery, physical therapy, and many other things. I want to tell my parents how grateful I am that they don't complain about how much money this is costing them. Just not to me. Thank you both for everything that you do. Next, I want to thank my grandma for believing in me and always reminding me of my value, and also happy birthday. Thank you to Nana for teaching me manners and not to wear fake nails. Deepest gratitude to my Aunt Leanne, who continually supports me for continually supporting me throughout my whole life. Thank you to my brother for being a role model to me, listening to God's calling for you and inspiring me to do the same. To my sister, thank you for being sweet sometimes and being the way you are. Thank you to the Grants and Aaron who are here today supporting me, and thanks to all my cousins, uncles, and aunts who couldn't be here. Just know that you're appreciated. Next up, teachers. I've been going to Jacs for 4 years, and the majority of my teaching has been done by the wonderful Mrs. Wyatt. Thank you, Mrs. Wyatt, for being so patient with us and for being a fun teacher. You're the only teacher that I've had that would buy ice cream for all of her students. Thank you for buying things just so that we could have store. And thank you for trying to relate to us and trying to make learning more compelling in our classroom. Thank you to Mrs. Ortiz, who somehow understands us. We always had a great time with you when you were subbing for us or when you were just helping out. Also, thank you for all the times you let us play hockey in the gym. And sorry for all the times we hit you with the puck. Thanks, Mama No, for all the stories and insights that you gave us when we ran out of ideas. And thank you to Miss Jamie for teaching all of us the different ways to play dare base and for being so candid with us when we were having serious conversations. And last but not least, Mr. Stoll. Mr. Stoll is an extremely fascinating person. He's the only male teacher that I've had, and he's also the youngest teacher I've ever had, and he's always making us laugh. So thank you for being so comical and for believing in us. And I wish we could have written a speech for you like you did for us. I also want to thank my community from church. Thank you to all the members for supporting me and my school. Also, thank you for praying for me, giving me cards, and sending me flowers while I was recuperating after my surgery. Of course, thank you to Mrs. Asanta and Mr. Renda, who drive me to school every day. And thank you to our pastors, Pastor Rob and Pastor Wyatt, for taking the time on Fridays to come to our school and teach us about Jesus. It's sad that you're leaving us, Pastor Wyatt, but I'm ready to accept the change. Thank you also to Mrs. Casey for being someone that I can talk to. Lastly, I would like to thank my friends. The first person I want to thank is Alex Leach. You were the first kid from Jacs and from church that actually talked to me. Thank you for showing me the ropes and explaining everything to me 3 times when I first got here. Next, I want to thank Maddie for being like a sister to me and Gabby for being funny and smart. Maddie's the reason our school is like one big happy family, literally. Thank you to Mariah and Aaliyah and Jessica for being good friends to me. You guys are like my sisters as well. I have a lot of siblings. Dominic, I did not forget you. Thank you for being you. And I remember when I was taller than you. But I digress. I also want to thank Mila and Shayla, who are my best friends during my first year at Jacs, and Daniel and Antonio. Those two were hilarious, and they're one of the reasons why my first year at Jacs was the best. I also want to thank Aiden and Amir and their parents. They've been my best friends since practically birth. I'm also thanking Faith and her sister Zanya and her parents for being my friends and for being here. Now for my classmates. I'll go in alphabetical order, which I'm sure Aiden will be appreciative about. Aiden, who begged to be in the speech, you have definitely changed since you first came here. I'll let you decide if it was good or bad, but I hope you have a good year next year without Jeremiah and Logan. Cree, as my sister, I guess you're one of my friends by default. I love you. Jeremiah, you are such a clown. Thank you for making the school year interesting for us. Jonas, since you've been here, I think you've really come out of your shell. Since I've been here, I think you really come out of your shell. I think you spoke maybe 16 words to me the first quarter that I was here. But now we talk more often. Thank you for being my friend. Joshua, thank you for wowing us with your show and tells and your science knowledge. Leland, keep doing your video thing and stay positive about school. When you become a famous YouTuber, please don't forget me. Okay. Lily, we have so much history together. If I tried to put on this speech, it would last 3 hours. So I'm just going to thank you for being my friend and helping me get my exercise by walking across the room to help you. You're a great artist, and I know you'll be famous one day. Logan, even though you're new to Jacs this year, it feels like you've been here forever. I hope your first and last years at Jacs will be ones that you'll never forget. Nephew Noah, thank you for being so funny and brave. I can't believe we're going to be the oldest in the class next year. Have fun, you guys. Robbie, I really appreciate your realistic mindset. You have a great attitude towards life. And Taylor, you're so supportive and funny, and I wish you and your cats well and that Chad's eye gets better. Thank you to all the lower graders, and I hope you all have a great year next year. Now I want to thank God. He's taught me many lessons that will not only lead me through high school, but also throughout the rest of my life.
I finally put in the work to do this, and I do not feel like doing this, but I'm here. All right. Let's start this. Hello. I want to thank my I want to thank my family and friends for being there for me on this journey. But before I thank my family, I want to... It's getting to me. Miss White, what have you done? I want to thank God first. God has been by my side my whole life, and He is leading me on the right path for Him. Yeah, that is it. The first family member I want to thank is my mom. My mom is the best person I've ever met, and I'm very thankful for her being in my life. I want to thank her because of all the time she has spent on me just to go to this school. Thank you, Mom, for the countless hours of shopping she has done for me, like paying for my tuition, buying food for my lunch, and letting me buy other things. I want to thank my dad because of the unimaginable amount of time spent to make my lunch in the morning, taking the time to wake me up, and even driving me to school every day. I want to thank him even more because of all the things he has brought me to, like taking me fishing here and there, or taking me with him to get something for a project that he is working on. He has taught me how to fish, cook, and other things later on in life. My dad is a person that I will never forget and one of the best people I've ever met. A person that I want to thank is my grandmother. My grandmother is one of the best people I've ever met. And she was there from the start, and I hope she's there to the end. She is the funniest person I've met and has taught me all the jokes I usually say. And some I can't say because it's not good around here. She's taken me to a lot of places that I've never been and has planned a lot of vacation. I mean a lot. And by the way, Mom, your vacationing skills aren't that good. I'm going to have to put Grammy up to it. When she finds out that I don't like something, or I don't want to do something, she cheers me up by making me laugh or encourages me to do my job. She's one of the best people in my life. Another person I want to thank is my great uncle Land. Land has been a part of my whole life and has watched me grow, and he was there when I was born and has seen me grow up. He has taught me how to shoot a rifle correctly and other things. He has also told me many stories about my grandmother and his older brothers. Land is a person that has taught me a lot of valuable lessons, and I'm very thankful for him for being in this world. The last family member I want to thank is my Uncle Travis. My uncle has brought me fishing a lot, or here and there, just like Dad, but we're trying. Even how to drive and park correctly, like parallel parking. I want to thank you for that. That is very valuable. And talk to me about what jobs are good to do in the future. He's also taken me to multiple fun places, like a state championship football game, which is really fun, to the arcade, and a lot of different places that I've never been to. My uncle, just gonna cut that part out. Now I want to thank all my teachers that I've had over the years at this school. The first teacher I want to thank is Miss White. Miss White has been my teacher for a little over 4 years now. She has taught me pretty much everything I know for every subject there is in school. Surprising. Over the years in her classroom, I have learned how to be mature and not childish when I am in the real world. Oh, yeah, remember me, y'all in the front when I was a little fifth grader? Yeah. The woman sitting right next to you. You need to talk to her. And my father and my mother. All right. She is one of the best teachers because of how well she can teach you something. You may be stuck in a math problem for minutes, and Miss White would ask you if you are okay. And if you said you need help, she would come over and explain every single detail there was to the problem. You couldn't escape it. There was no escaping. You had to sit there and you had to learn it. Miss White is one of the best teachers I've ever had and is one of the funnest teachers too. She can be funny here and there too. She has done countless fun activities with the class that I will never forget, and I hope that she will still be this fun as she is today for the other students in the coming years. Miss White, quick thing, do not fall into a deep depression where you don't do this stuff. Because you know me. I'm joking. All right. Miss White is a person who I will never forget and keep in my heart for the rest of my life. She is truly one of the best people I have ever met. The next teacher I want to thank is Miss D. Miss D was the best teacher I've ever had, and was the funnest too. Though I only had her for 1 year, she still did a lot of fun things over the year. Miss D has hosted the best parties for the school. I'll never forget all the time she has called me Philip, which meant an extra 5 minutes of recess. I think I almost lost my eardrums because of those. Though she was really fun, we still had to work. Miss D was a great teacher to be taught by. She would explain the problem that was there so well that you can know it in about 5 minutes, or maybe less. That is only one reason why she's the best teacher I have ever had. There are millions of different reasons, but I can't get into all of them. Though I only had her for 1 year, she was the best teacher I had and will stay that forever. The last main teacher I want to thank is Mr. Stoll. Mr. Stoll has been at the school for only 3 years, and he is the funniest out of them all. He has made jokes with the class over the 3 years and will probably make more in the future. I hope so. Please do. Some of the jokes he has made are the names that he calls the boys, like Sweet Pea, Honey Bee, or Darling. I forgot the others, but quick quote from my mom. I will do it, Mom. I should, but I'm not. All right. It's good to know that there will be some humor after I leave here. Though I was never taught by him, other than music, he has taught me a lot of things about the Bible, things to know in life, and valuable things. I'm thankful for him because he was the teacher that was funny and not always strict around the kids. Another teacher I want to thank is Miss Loudon. Though I only had her for 1 year, it was being fun but taught by her. She has taught me how to be a better artist than I ever will in life, and I'm thankful for that. One of my other teachers I want to thank is Miss Ortiz. Miss Ortiz has been our substitute every time Miss White was gone. She was even Miss White's assistant teacher for a year. Though she was only here for a year and comes back sometimes, Miss Ortiz is a great teacher to have. My last teacher I want to thank is Mama Nell. Mama Nell has told the class many stories about her past life and still does. Mama Nell has taught everyone about manners, math, and other things. She is a great teacher to be taught by. Now it's time to thank my friends. But before I want to thank my real friends, I want to thank two people. My first friend I want to thank is Miss Casey. Miss Casey has picked me up from school every single day from, I don't know when, but every single day, and has taken me home for over 2 years now. I want to thank her very much for doing that. My second friend that I want to thank is Miss Trish. Miss Trish has waited every single day outside of my house to pick me up in the morning and drive me to school every day. My family and I are very thankful for her. Now it is time to get to the main friends. The first friend I want to thank is Alex. Alex is the best friend I have had in a long time. Alex has helped me push through hard times and made them better. Alex was even there for me when I got in trouble sometimes and tried to take the blame, but I didn't let him. Alex has helped me countless times with things that range from math or just to a game on our Chromebooks. I'm very thankful for meeting him and being his friend. My second friend I want to thank is Logan. I've known Logan for about 2 years now, and these years have been some of the best of my life. The reason I'm thanking him is because he is a person who I can just be myself around. Like telling each other jokes that we would only get, or talking about something that nobody else knows in the class. Also, Logan and I have been on multiple different trips with each other. Sometimes it would just be him coming over to my house for a little bit, or we would just get one of our parents to take us to the arcade, the mall, or some other place like that. He is just a person that I can be myself around, and I thank him for being like that. My third and final friend that I'm currently talking about. Don't worry, I have everybody else in. Alright. My third and final friend I want to thank is Dominic. Yes, Aiden, don't look at me like that. Yeah, you're in here, but just at the very end. I'd like to thank him because he's another person who I can just be myself around. Why I say this is because we could just be sitting absolutely doing nothing, pushing rocks or just flicking the air, and then we could just like spark up a little conversation and then talk for hours, or we could just be sitting for no reason and on the game, and he suggests something, and he's like, man, I'm bored. You want to go prehistoric hunting? I'm like, sure. It gets me free stuff. Okay, I lost my spot. All right. As I said, all the things I mentioned about him, I'm very thankful for him. Now, some of the other friends I want to thank are Aiden. You're first since you begged. Hand, I saw Aiden hands and knees. Please. Noah, Jonas, Joshua, Autumn, Cree, Robbie, Lily, Taylor, and Leland. I want to thank you so much for being great friends during the past years at Jacs.
I first want to thank my dad for helping me and teaching me to do things that I like. I want to say thanks for helping me with school and paying for tuition, teaching me how to cook by giving me cooking tips to help me make different meals. I really enjoy cooking with you, Dad. Also for driving me to school every day and for teaching me everything about the Bible. I learned a lot from you, thanks. Also, everything you have done for me over the years. I would also like to thank my grandma for being nice to me. Next, I would like to thank my mom for taking care of me when I go up there and visit her, and for the fun stuff we do together, like the mall. Also for the things you have taught me over the years. I like when we go places. It's fun and exciting. Next, I would like to thank my sister, who has been very nice to me and kind, in all the driving and help she did for my dad, and for the things we do together. Also, thanks for all the times you have picked me up from after school to drive me back home. Thanks. I would also like to talk about my brother. I want to say thanks for teaching me about cars and dirt bikes, how to ride, how to fix them. I know it wasn't easy to teach me, but thanks, Josh. Next, I want to thank my teachers for teaching me and helping me to learn and get smarter, and everything you have taught me over the years. From math to the Bible, thank you for teaching me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Wyatt. Next, I would like to talk about my other teachers, like Mr. Stowell. Thank you for gardening with us and doing fun things with us. And Mama Nell for recess and PE time and helping math. I would also like to thank Mrs. Ortiz for being a substitute and helping me with my math sometimes. Thank you, Miss D and Mrs. Loudon, for teaching me in kindergarten to 4th grade and 3rd to 4th. Thanks. I always had a lot of fun in your class. Thank you also to Mrs. Abrams for all the support you have given my family over the years. Now I would like to thank my friends, Jeremiah, Logan, Joshua, and Aiden, for being good friends to me and all the fun I had with you. Thank you to Alex for being my very first friend and someone I can do fun stuff with. Thank you, Boyd family, for doing fun scout adventures with me. Fun things like summer camp and all the other things we do. I would also like to thank Mrs. Leach for driving me on field trips over the years, picking me up after school sometimes, and dropping me off at my house, or taking me to work for a couple of hours with Alex. I have lots of fun with you all. Thanks.
All right. Well, okay. Well, it's happening. I'm graduating. before I throw my cap and trip over my gown, I wanted to say a big thank you for surviving the last few years with me. First, I would like to give a shout out to my parents, my mom and dad. Thank you for feeding me and watering me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you take your time to make sure that I'm not whining or unfilled like the rest of my class. I Oh, don't look at me like that. You're the whiniest out of everyone. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Okay. I also want to say a special thanks to my mom for helping me with homework. A lot. And she says thank you to Google. And for my dad for trying to help. But sometimes math is not mathing. Also, Aubrey's not here, but I do want to thank her for laughing at my jokes. I also want to thank my grandparents for taking me away from school and homework. They are always kind and made sure I felt loved and got the breaks that I needed between school. Now, most importantly, I would like to thank my teachers who helped me mold me into the person I am today. I want to thank Miss Loudon. She was always there to help me with my work, and as well as teaching me as self control. That was never my strong suit. You were a big part of my life. I want to truly thank you for the knowledge that you shared with me in art. Your creativity inspired me forever. Miss White, I'm on the verge. I blame you. Uh, okay, Mr. Stowell, get ready. Thank you for being funny and matching our energy. Thank you for your skibidi speeches. You are the real Sigma Alpha in this school. You made me smile and made me have a better day. Thank you for everything. Thank you for teaching me music as well. Mrs. Abrams, thank you for always checking on me if I needed help. And also thank you for giving me, the best hugs. But don't tell anybody I said that. I know you retired before I got the privilege to being your student, but I'm glad that we still see each other at church. And I'm so extremely thankful that God answered our prayers and healed you. God is good. Also, thank you for Mama Nell for helping me on math and explaining it a lot easier. And thank you for your interesting stories. And Mrs. Ortiz, thank you for looking out for me and understanding our class very well. Last but not least, I want to thank you to Miss Wyatt. You helped my soul grow the last year. You never stopped believing in me. I couldn't have done it without you, without your love and support. Thank you for being patient with me over the past few years. I know it wasn't easy, but thank you for being such an important part of my journey. Oh God, I'm making her cry. Uh, okay, I know the list is long, but I want to thank all my friends in the class and classmates. Anyways, so first up is the one and only Autumn. I want to say a big thank you for helping me with math and understanding it. Also, you're welcome for the exercising. Um, and for being a friend, like the greatest friend. Sorry, guys. Cree, thank you for being a good friend. You are like a sister to me. Like a sister to me I never had or wanted. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we do make a great duo, and you're one of the best friends. And I enjoyed making weird and funny things with you. Sorry. Taylor, thank you for matching my weirdness and funniness. You're like a little, we're like a little sister to me too. I can't express how happy I was when you came back to school, because I have to admit that I did miss you very, very much. Good luck next year. And I pray for your cats as well. And Logan and Jeremiah, boys, need I say more? No. Uh, no, hold on. Thanks for keeping the school years interesting. I hope you go to a great school and have a great life. Robbie, I have to admit, you were like a little brother to me. Thanks for making me feel better with your compliments about my art. You gave me the best confidence that an artist needs to move on. I appreciate that. Leland, thank you for giving me great ideas for stories and characters. Also, keep making those videos. They're funny and interesting to say the least. I know you will. Noah, well, really, thank you for being you. You are hilarious and you made my day better. And thank you for telling me your weird, not made up stories. They get better every time you tell them. Even though you've been here for like not that long, you really fit in to our weird little classroom here. Uh, Jonas, you were here as long as I was. Well, you would be if you haven't left, but I'm glad you're back. You know, when you're not so quiet, you're actually very talkative. And you were nice and kind to everyone, and I hope the rest of your life is great. Josh, I want to thank you for your show and tells and your art. I hope you become a really great artist and inventor. An inventor, calm down. And I want to thank you to Aiden and Amir. Yes, that Aiden. And Daniel, Alex, Maddie, and Gabby, and many others. Even though they're not at my school anymore, I want to thank you. I want to thank them for making my life better and more fun. Mostly Alex and Maddie and Gabby. Hi, I see you. And last but not least, Aiden. Just letting you know, he begged everyone to be in the speech. Every single one of us. Down on his knees. But I do have something to thank you for. I do. For comforting me about my sister. I really appreciate that more than you know. And also, you were like a little brother to me as well. An annoying one, but we had our moments. You're great, okay? You're great. Now, I haven't forgotten about. I want to thank the person that was the most important in my life and school life, Miss D. You were the great. Oh no, You were the greatest teacher that a student could ask for. You were always kind and friendly. You never stopped smiling, and that always made me smile. You were like family to me, and you knew how to work with me. Okay. And I do love you and miss you. And I always will, even though I'm going to a different school. I'll miss you all, even though I'm going away. I will come and visit more than once. Trust me, you'll get tired of me when I come over every single time. And that's all. Logan.
Mine is it's really short, like only one paragraph. And I'm not very good in front of crowds, so I'm just going to keep my head down. First, I want to thank my nanny who took care of me every day while my dad was on night shift. She is the one who introduced me to God and to the great people at church. She is the reason I went to a Christian school in the first place. Next, my dad worked to provide for me and my sister, and also taught me what a good father is and how to be one. Now my teachers, Miss Wyatt, Mama Nell, and Mr. Stoll. Without them, I wouldn't have learned all I did this at school this year. They are all also funny, help keep spirits up, and taught life lessons that are really important. Next, I want to thank all my friends. First, the guy who begged to be in the speech, Aiden Bland. He's really funny and also has interests like mine. Jeremiah is one of my friends I can actually relate to. I also want to thank my little sister McKenna because she gave me challenges that helped me gain self-control.